I really could catch up on a whole lot of Brandon Sanderson, but nah. I am sitting there listening to... I'm really actually not enjoying it that much.
All I'm saying is Brandon Sanderson has better lore development than any 40K writer, bar none.
I have to read his books before I can say that's true.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that big as balls statement.
He's read a lot of 40K
I know
books,
he has, but like me personally, like I'm gonna have to. Now here's my question: is it better lore development than the Halo series?
Okay, it's been a long time since I've read any of the Halo books.
Because that shit,
I read
that
that shit back in elementary school.
Yeah, well, there's also new lore. Like,
yeah, and I haven't read any of the new books. I read the original trilogy.
A Fall of Reach, The Flood, and then Exodus.
No, The Fall of Reach, The Flood, and First Strike.
Oh, First Strike, yeah.
Yeah, First Strike. But no,
I don't really read a whole lot.
Then
I used to.
But yeah, no, like... So, I'll give them this. 40K has a lot of good and interesting lore in it, but in terms of just sheer complexity and character development... It's
ironically pretty straight-laced.
Brandon Sanderson, like... Bruh, no 40K book has made me cry like a little bitch every single time I read
like,
the book.
I guess to 40K, a big problem is, like, its own setting sometimes works against it. It's kind of hard to build really good character development when like half these characters are going to die, and you never get the time to connect with them because the setting of 40K is like.
Have you seen a Brandon Sanderson like how thick a book is for that? He actually cried on the way back from Houston one day because he was reading a book of Brandon Sanderson.
Yeah, I was.
I'm familiar with that feeling.
That was. Let's see, what was I reading at that time? It probably wasn't... Well, no, it probably would have been Rhythm of War.
Oh, yeah, fuck.
Yeah, I was telling you about that
That
one.
makes sense.
Yeah, dude, Rhythm of War is just PTSD simulator.
So the last book I actually officially finished reading was...
I'll be right back. Hey, don't fondle my ball.
I'm fondling your ball.
I'm going to smack you with my ball.
I'm going to smack you with your ball.
Give me my fucking ball back.
It's the last book I think reading... talking about balls. There was one chapter.
Playboy magazine.
There was one chapter that literally sat there and just talked about a whale dick.
Whale dick.
Would you like to read this book? It's called A Wild Sheep Chase, and it's actually a really interesting.
Oh,
book.
is that book about what is it, like the black sheep or something like that?
It's a special sheep. That
yeah,
but it's not really a sheep. It's a thing. It's like an entity
is it a whale dick? Oh, God.
Whale dicks.
Please no.
What book were we talking about?
A Wild Sheep Chase.
Oh. Wasn't that Japanese one you got from your mom?
Yeah, because some random stranger...
Please.
It's my ball.
Damn it.
Some random stranger just sat there and...
You activated my fucking ADHD, now I need something to fuck with. Handed her this book
on the subway in Japan and said, here you go, I'm finished with this. And my mom was like... I guess I'll give it to Mitchell. And I'm like, sure.
That's how COVID started.
By the way, guys, welcome to Lorecast. We're doing a bonus episode today.
We're it's kind of a bonus episode, kind of not. We're going to be fucking around / talking about like crackhead Age of Sigmar conspiracy theories.
We're not giving this a number.
Yeah, the bonus episode 2.
Yeah.
If anything.
Yeah.
But this was actually recommended to us by one of our Discord peoples. Colt1234, I think, is his username.
Were you not prepared for this? I wasn't prepared
1124. I don't know.
No, yeah, 1234. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, he
Wow, look at someone being fucking prepared over here.
Ideas and requests page.
Yeah, but he was talking about, like, just do, like, crazy theories and whatnot.
So we're taking that and our chance because the other guy who we really wanted to be on this week
is in Washington.
Also, we couldn't do Thursday because we were looking and keeping up with Ukraine. But that's about the most I'm going to stick with that because I understand that this is a hobby and we do hobbies to get away.
Yeah, not gonna get super political, but yeah, no, we're sorry about being late. The Ukraine memes were just lit.
So yeah. Normal spiel. We got a Discord. We're gonna put that link
Discord,
on
Instagram that I occasionally post cat pictures on because I have no fucking idea how to do social media.
Don't you have like one person that regularly interacts with you and literally their entire thing is like, look, I'm sorry, but I do not give a shit about what you're about. But I love your cat pics.
One person messaged me, and he/she, I don't know who, the gender.
They.
No, we're not doing that.
They were
Sklee.
They were just like
no. We're gonna stick with the OG 1980s Warhammer lore. Shem. Literally, no. That was like an actual quote from I forget whether it was a White Dwarf or a Codex or what. But literally, they were like, "Oh yes, since Slaanesh is technically a male and female at the same time, or whatever Slaanesh wants to be at the time, we're just gonna refer to them as Shem, which is she/him."
Okay. Regardless of how was that a 45-second conversation? What the fuck is wrong with you two?
What the fuck is wrong with modern society? Excuse you.
Point being is
we got a Twitter as well.
Yay! But they were just like, but cat pictures though, and I was like, I can acquiesce to this request because I have an album with like 90,000 of my cats in pictures of them. So yeah,
I don't, but I.
To be fair, I saw like 100 of them are just your cats. I have the one of Hephaestus like mid yawn, he's screeching. Oh, it's pretty fucking glorious.
Yes.
But yeah, no. So we have Instagram, we have Twitter. We're pretty active on Discord.
I think we have a really high response rate. No, there's just one question the guy asked, but I just never answered because he was asking. There's all zombies in the all realms. And I'm like, I'm not taking the effort to research this at the moment. I was building dryads, and I cut my thumb like 3 times today.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's accurate. I'm pretty sure dead raised across all 8 realms. I'm not sure if there's still zombies there because people crump, but I'm pretty sure that at the time
it has to do with vampires, and I'm pretty sure vampires in all region and all things is except Azir. So that would be a thing, but there are some. I think some areas don't have some things, but we will answer this at a later time.
Nice.
Yeah.
I saw a crawdad.
Kremling.
Oh.
Sorry. Phil was showing us a book.
So, like, we were talking about Brandon Sanderson, and I've been trying to get Jacob to read this series for a while now, so I went and got the first book, and then they were talking, and I was like, I'm going to flip through here and look at the pretty artwork. Like, axe hounds.
That's pretty cool.
It's literally a insect the size of a dog.
That's
they behave like
horrifying.
Oh no, they behave like dogs too.
I don't think we're completing a full thought here anymore, are we?
Well, no. What I wanted to say is you're talking about your books that you're reading. You're talking the books you're reading. So I want to say the one that I'm thinking about reading. Go at least rereading because I used to read a whole lot. Now I don't read near as much as I used to. But do y'all know the book, The Book Thief?
No.
It was pretty popular when it came out, but the dude who wrote it is Marcus Zusak. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing the last name, but he has a book called "I Am the Messenger," which I think
I think I have heard of that one.
Yeah, I think Legend.
Sorry.
I Am Legend.
No, I Am the Messenger. Quit it. But no, it's I Am the Messenger, and that's a really good. It's not a super big book, but it's a really powerful one. Basically, it's like. Not necessarily a coming-of-age story, but it's like the entire book is like a journey of self-improvement, but they deal with a lot of really complex and sometimes dark themes.
So, complicated Voltaire. Okay.
But it's just really good, and it was recommended to me by a friend of mine. Back in high school when I read it, and it was just a really good book. I actually had Phil, your cousin, Julie, read it, and she said she really enjoyed it.
Oh, nice. Continuing with the thing of books, the new, is it today? Is it 26? The audiobook for the new Kragnos book comes out on Monday.
Oh, the book is already out.
The book is out. The audiobook is not. They have the new book at the Bastion Games and Hobbies, but I did not buy it because I'm going to listen to it.
Right.
Audible saved my life while I'm driving at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Bro, you don't hit the road till like 6:30.
I leave here at 6:20. I'll leave Bucky's at 6:30.
There you go.
There we go.
Still accurate.
All right. Let's kick it off. Let's go. So once again, bonus episode. Gonna be bullshitting around, but we're also gonna be doing some fan theories / conspiracy theories about Age of Sigmar, and I'm gonna start the ball rolling with something I've said multiple times. Carl Franz is the Celestin Prime, and I will die on this hill.
You provide backup information on this one.
Okay, so in fantasy, Carl Franz got killed fighting the Glock. Oh, also, I have to fucking retcon something that I said like 7 episodes ago.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me apologize because apparently I was wrong. I will admit to being wrong.
The winds of fucking magic, motherfucker!
There is a book out there that states Winds of Magic.
I would just like to point out that Mitchell, in fact, owns this book and has, in fact, read this book before and still refused to.
I have not read Soul
You still own it, though, so I'm still going to hold that against you, because it's like one of the 3 books that you actually own for...
I own Dark Harvest, Soul Wars, not Dominion.
I have to shout
Plague
out...
Garden, Black Pyramid.
For a long time, that was
Spike.
like one of only 3 books you owned.
Yeah, it's true.
I have to shout out, what is it? Eminent Flow. That's the Discord username.
Yeah.
For tagging me and filming that. You a homie. You a homie. Also, fuck you, Mitchell. Vindication. Anyhow, so I actually had wrong information. I forget which episode it was, but it's the one when I was talking about how the leader of Bretonia and Karl Franz died. I thought that Rodriguez killed Karl Franz. I thought Rodriguez killed one of the 2. I was wrong. The Glotkin, which are a trio of, I think, brothers who are Nurgle champions, killed Karl Franz. And
hey, I wouldn't recommend doing that. These trios are like over a decade old. They're actually close to 2 decades old at this point.
Kugath.
Let me die.
Kugath? Yes.
Bro, if you want to die, like, there's a highway, like, right out there. Just, like, and then I don't have to lose my furniture.
That way. Wait a minute, we're surrounded by 3 sides.
Yeah, we have a highway on 3 sides.
Just sitting here like, bro, there's highways everywhere.
We're literally at a crossroads of 3 separate highways. Like, you can basically pick a direction and start walking, you're going to find one.
Anywho, the Glotkin killed Karl Franz at the siege of... Was it Altdorf or Middenheim? Or
Altdorf.
Altdorf, I think, is when he...
Yeah.
No. I think it was Middenheim, because like the war ended in Middenheim.
No, because it's like the first battle of Altdorf and the second battle of Altdorf.
But no, so
he dies.
The Glotkin killed Karl Franz, and Kugath Plaguefather killed Leon Kerr.
You should say that's the other direction, because Karl Franz got possessed.
He got possessed, but I'm getting to that. I'm just correcting information that I said last time, which was wrong. It was Kugath and the Glotkin, and I apologize for that. But no, so the Glotkin killed Karl Franz, and he's sitting there like dying. He's like, "Hey Sigmar, can you like be a homie and like protect your fucking people because we're all about to die?" And Sigmar was like, "Bet." And he basically like shot down from the heavens and possessed Karl Franz's body. Supposedly, and this of course is fantasy lore, it like burned his soul up to be possessed by Sigmar, but Sigmar possessed Karl Franz's body, and then like when the end times actually came and like the world got blowed the fuck up, Sigmar and Archaon were fighting, and then everything fucking got destroyed.
Yeah, blew up.
And that was how that happened. But now we have Stormcast, and the whole thing is like souls of heroes of old, and da-da-da-da-da-da. And they said that the man who is in the Celestin Prime was the first Stormcast and is like the purest of soul and the strongest hero and blah, blah, blah,
and was
blah.
once a great leader of men, right?
And and was once a great leader of men. And they say that Karl Franz was the best, when he was alive, he was the best emperor that ever lived, but Sigmar. Like, he was the most proficient at fighting, in office, at dealing with the people, the most charismatic, the most martially proficient. That was Karl Franz, and it just seemed like the dots connect. I think it might be like, I think his name is like Sigismund or something like that. Was another really powerful emperor who from fantasy who might be the Celestin Prime. But I really hardcore think that it's Karl Franz, because the way I see it, you can't possess a man's body and take his soul without leaving like certain traces of it. Mm-hmm. And Karl Franz wielded Gul Miraz for a long time. Fought a lot of sorry about that, Mitchell. Fought a lot of.
That's pretty fucking gay.
Sorry, Mitchell's molesting my foot with his foot. But Karl Franz killed a lot of chaos, the Gul Miraz and whatnot, and I feel like the reason why the Celestin Prime didn't activate until he had
Gul Miraz
was because like Sigmar had like a little bit of Karl Franz's soul and enough to like make the Celestin Prime, but like the rest of Karl Franz's soul, like the imprint that was left, was on Gul Miraz, and the Celestin Prime needed to have that connected to him in order for his like life to actually kindle in his body.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
The other let's wrap this up first, and then I also have another. Quit fondling my ball, goddammit! that I actually have something to go based off of Carl Franz I want to talk about too.
I do too.
But that's more or less, that's my theory. That's why I think the Celestine Prime is Carl Franz. I think the dots connect. I think there's plausible cause for like why he would need Galmaraz in order to activate, in order to like come alive and all that stuff. I just think that fits.
Yeah. So I also have something that I would like to. I have a crackhead theory that I would like to put forward. Deep Rock Galactic is just Age of Sigmar 40k.
I'm okay with this. I agree.
Okay,
I agree with for Carl.
For Carl. So if for y'all who don't know, Deep Rock Galactic is a video game.
Dwarfs in space.
Like literally their tagline is dwarves. What is it? Danger, darkness, dwarves.
Danger, darkness, dwarves.
Yeah, and you literally are dwarves on a mining station in the middle of like deep space, and you go down and you mine minerals and fight bugs, basically baby Tyranids.
And occasionally robots.
And one of the voice lines that you get in the game is the dwarves will just occasionally scream for Carl. And so, like, it is my personal headcanon that they're talking about Carl
Not
Franz.
just that. When you have the subtitles, they spell Carl like Carl Franz.
Yeah, K-A-R-L.
With the K-A-R-L, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm naming my firstborn child Carl.
Carl!
Carl that kills people!
Oh, that's going to be the perfect bitch point.
Oh, yeah.
But
No, I 100% agree with that.
No, Carl!
And I stabbed
So-
him 37 times in the chest.
So,
Carl that kills people, Carl!
you done?
Carl!
So,
Okay.
um,
Sorry,
continue-
I'm done now.
Continue.
I was like, I'm not. Wait a minute. My spidey senses are tingling.
It's gonna do it.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, it's just the way you're holding your head.
Are you sure about that, Carl?
It's really fucking hard to drink water right now.
Okay. Okay.
But going on. Yeah, I just know it.
I was really hoping you were gonna do it. I was gonna be like, universe card. It was always me.
Going with the whole third thing about Carl Franz being
I'm
the Celestine
lightheaded.
Prime.
Oh, fuck.
The whole entire thing about that is during the first battle that the Celestine Prime actually ever showed up was against Nurgle, and when Carl Franz died was against Nurgle
forces.
forces.
Have bone to pick.
So like we looked at this, it wasn't the exact units or characters.
Yeah, because Kugath are. I don't think the Glotkin or Kugath are in AoS.
No, Glotkins
They are. Okay.
The Glotkin are.
I know Kugath isn't, which is a real fucking shame because Kugath's lore is actually really cool.
Could you not?
But yeah, moving on.
Okay. When Celestine Prime, what are you doing?
Fiddling.
When Celestine Prime first showed up, all of Nurgle actually just stopped in the battlefield and went like,
Oh fuck.
"Oh, I think I know this man." Just stopped. So
See, that's the thing. It was never Galmaraz. Basically, Sigmar was like, "You're fighting Nurgle," and it was like fucking Red Eyes meme.
So that would be my.
By the way, Nurgle fucking around. I need him to go find out.
Real shit. The Age of Chaos. I sleep. Nurgle forces. Real shit.
Real shit.
That would be my
Oh,
other
God.
thing about Carl Franz.
I just think it makes sense. Like I
Also,
know to a certain extent it's kind of predictable, but it just makes sense in my head.
Also, a lot of, like, some people would probably be like, how could he have the soul of Carl Franz because it's from the old world? Well,
Because he literally possessed the body of Carl Franz and like, yeah.
And they've also already stated that there were some souls that just traveled over from the old world.
Yeah, that too. But he was literally possessing the body of Karl Franz.
Yeah, I feel like there was enough remnants to like recreate the soul with Golmaraz included. I think that just makes sense to me.
Yeah. Now, what gets really weird is how like Sigmar was in the like on Malice, and you're like, at that point, I'm in my head, I'm like, is Karl Franz still Sigmar?
Oh, that'd be pretty fucking cool.
What is Karl Franz? Sigmar?
If Karl Franz and Sigmar are just now merged, basically, into the new Sigmar.
Because Sigmar is not a tall god. He like actually.
Well, yeah, he's a man.
It is explained in Plague War, Plague Garden, the Hollow Knight series, which I'm listening to at the moment. Not the best time listening to it. Still a good book. I'll go into that later. He barely stands over like a Stormcast.
Yeah, he's not much bigger
He's like
than a standard
7-8 feet tall. Maybe that's it.
human.
Maybe 6'8".
He's very much normal size man
He
for like
is-
modern times.
he is
Like,
a large
He'd be
man,
big, but
but-
it wouldn't be like it wouldn't be some like Shaquille O'Neal like holy fucking Christ.
Actually,
you're
how
huge
tall are
things.
Stormcast?
They're actually substantially taller than a standard human for
Okay,
their
so
size.
he's probably
so the
7'5".
Stormcast are probably in the
Spaceman
tall
size.
5, low 6 range, maybe up into the mid 6s.
I would actually argue 7 feet because in Dominion it is state that they do quote tower over humans, but that's also all that
One thing to
armor.
know is that. So I'm gonna break your fucking finger next time you fumble my ball.
Are you okay with only one ball?
I don't need one ball.
Unisac.
No, I think it's called unit ball.
Unisac.
Because you only got one sack.
No,
I'd be more worried if I had 2
I know
sacks
what I
and
said.
only one
I know
ball.
what I said. I'm sticking with it. Unisac.
I just cut the seam.
Oh, God, no. Whew, moving on. Fuck, that was some rough.
No, fuck.
Oh, I think. Are we done with the whole Terra Karl Franz thing now?
Yeah, that's about it, I think. Jesus
Okay.
fucking Christ. All right, who's next?
No,
Next
fuck.
conspiracy theory.
No.
Kurnoth.
Oh, yeah. Fucking.
Just unzip your ball sack.
Oh, that's what Kurnoth did.
for Ilario, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kurnoth is just Orion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
'cause
sense to me. That has to be true.
It is way too there.
Let's remind everybody who the fuck Alariel and Kurnoth and Orion are.
Okay, so in
Well, maybe not Alariel.
in fantasy, Orion was the
god of the. He was
god
pretty
of
much.
the hunt.
He was
he
the hunt's master. Or
he
something?
was the hunt he was the hunt master of the wild hunt. And he was I think he actually was like either the husband or the consort to Ariel, who was like the queen of the woods.
Didn't Geralt kill him?
I will fucking stab you in the throat.
Who's Geralt?
Also, it's Geralt. Fuck you.
Who's Geralt?
Of Rivia. Bruh.
Shut up!
We're literally talking about...
fantasy stuff is Geralt? We're over here talking about The Witcher. No, so Orion was either the king or the consort to Ariel, who was the queen of the woods. She was the first high elf that made like the connection and the deal with the woodland spirits in fantasy, and like basically made the wood elf race. And we're all pretty fucking certain that Ariel is now Alariel because they look fucking exactly the same, except
No. It's not. They almost have the exact same name.
Yeah, well, and their face looks the
The
same.
only reason why they changed is because of copyright reasons. Hashtag Malekith.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so Ariel is Alariel and Kurnoth is Orion. That just makes sense to me, because Kurnoth is basically Alariel's booty call.
Yep.
Right?
Kurnoth is pretty much.
First she killed him, and now she makes him a sex slave.
that kind of
Sounds about right.
That kind of, but he was the god of the hunt in the Age of Myth.
Gotta hunting down that booty.
Yeah. But and they're still like you have the Kurnoth hunters and whatnot, and it's very hunt based. Also, he was considered a beast. If you notice in like Warhammer Total War, he kind of has like elfish like.
He's a satyr. He's a gigantic fucking satyr.
Yeah. So
Cloven hooves, all that good shit.
there is a Warcry set out there that is very similar to what I would imagine. You keep on talking. I'll find this because I can't multitask and I can't look up.
Everyone stare at Mitchell awkwardly.
It's not even Warcry. It's Underworlds.
No. The whole...
No.
Okay.
You said stare.
All right.
Underworlds. Skate's Wild Hunt.
This is nice. I enjoyed this.
The Skate's Wild Hunt as I reopen my phone and press image. As you...
The stress, it's real.
The stress is real.
Yeah, they're fucking... Oh, wow. These look like Fire Slayer satyrs. They have the hair of Fire Slayers.
Oh, they're really cool.
Oh, yeah.
I actually need to get a box of them for my second Sylvaneth army. But they are... If you look up the Skate's Wild Hunt for Underworlds, not Warcry, you will notice that they're kind of like half human, half elk. Or one is literally more of 3/4 elk, 1/4 human. And that's kind of what Orion was in Warhammer, like in the old world. And the fact that they're kind of devout followers kind of makes me think that he kind of roughly looked the same. Because that man is a mad Chad in Melee too.
Yeah, no, that total agreement with that one.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, I just think this is another, like, fan theory / conspiracy theory that just makes sense in my head.
Yeah.
Like, there's too many parallels.
Philip?
Conspiracy theories?
Yeah.
Uh...
We're not getting to Bretonnia yet. That's a later episode, maybe.
That's a whole ass crackhead theory for next episode.
Yeah. That's a whole ass Get Jay in here. No, so my crackhead theory is... So before... Back in Fantasy, before there were Stormcast Eternals, and I think it's been retconned as this is like some kind of Stormcast bullshit. But there was a character that was spoken of in lore that was a Silver Knight, and this knight was fucking massive.
Oh, this is Khal Drogo, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, yeah, I know exactly.
But one of the stories of this massive knight is he shows up when there are demons around, and he just fucks. And like, demons just die around him. And he's, like, a super proficient blades master and all this stuff, and he uses a sword and whatnot. But yeah, no, the theory is that that's actually, if not Khaldor Drogo, then another Grey Knight that got somehow yoked into the... This is old Warhammer Fantasy. But it is, in fact, my crackhead theory that Warhammer Fantasy and Warhammer Age of Sigmar and Warhammer 40k all take place in the same universe.
No.
I don't know how.
Pocket dimensions, yo.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, we had a really good theory one day while going through Soulbound.
Well, whether or not Fantasy and Age of Sigmar exist in the same, like, universe as 40k has been like recon, retcon, uncon so many fucking times.
So
it used to be that the world of fantasy was in the 40k world. It was just like caught in a warp storm. Yeah. And then it was retconned into the entirety of 40k taking place in like a fucking snow globe on a wizard's desk in the College of Altdorf. Mm-hmm. And then it got retconned again to I think we're another just separate. And it's been recon, retcon, uncon, decon, diagonacon, second like it's been janked around so many times.
When it comes to the Age of Sigmar, Games Workshop has confirmed that Age of Sigmar is not in the universe of 40k.
Which is funny because Mitchell and I had a really good thought exercise that we had worked out that perfectly explained how Age of Sigmar would exist in 40k.
Do we want to explain that? Because that's supposed to be our whole entire Soulbound thing.
I don't care.
Okay, explain it.
Oh crap! Now I gotta remember what we said.
It's just a warp storm.
Yeah, basically it came down to warp storms, shards of Magnus, and
big fucking bullshit. Sigmar with a shard of Magnus.
Yeah,
because
And that was
Sigmar. This is going into the whole entire thing. Sigmar is not a lost Primarch.
no.
He's not strong enough, right?
It's not that no, because Sigmar is very strong.
He could be Primarch material.
No, that man is a little more than Primarch material, in my opinion.
So there's another theory that Sigmar is actually one of the lost Primarchs.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah.
I would actually say Sigmar. A better theory would be Sigmar is a shard of the Emperor. Mm-hmm. That would be a better theory in my opinion, because he actually is.
That actually wouldn't make sense though with the whole 40k bringing the Emperor back, and he is very much.
Nowadays it doesn't stick as much, which is why I've always been a proponent of either Shard of Magnus or Lost Primarch.
I don't think Shard of Magnus makes sense either because they're trying to bring Magnus back too. They're trying to find the shards and shit.
Yeah. Like I said,
when you really think about it. The Emperor is really, really strong. Yeah, the Emperor really strong. But I guarantee you, he's not the only man out there that got up to be really that strong. And like, if you really... And
Sigmar's just Malkador the Sigillite.
I get behind that. My boy Malkador.
Oh, sorry. Malkador the hero?
I'm sorry.
Because I ain't no heretic.
Fucking hero, exactly.
I don't blaspheme against my good man Malkador the hero, founder of the Inquisition.
Malkador, he sat on the throne when the Emperor was dying, right? After he died?
No, he sat on the throne when the Emperor teleported up to Horus's ship and, like, powered the Golden Throne himself for, like...
a day, right?
I don't remember. I know it was a few hours. But yeah, I think it was 6 hours, and literally it turned him into a husk. And it killed him.
New theory is that basically the Emperor, before he died, or during his fight with Horus, or whatever the fuck it was, he was like, my homeboy Malkador, and just like booted him over into the age fantasy.
Oh, like just reincarnated.
He was like, I'm gonna use and that's why. Fuck all 40k lore. That's why Horus killed him. It was able to hit him because he used a little bit of his power to save Malkador. That's why it happened.
he saw the future.
But he knew. But he didn't save Olanius Pius. How could he? How dare he?
But the reason why it's not a lost Primarch because the brother, like Horus and Horus knew the.
I'm sorry, but first you said Horus, and I was like, what?
no, Horus.
I mean, that's fair. Horus is a whore.
Yeah.
He knew he knew personally the lost.
The lost too. Yeah, I think all the Primarchs did.
They all. Well, no, I don't think
Altharius did. We know that for sure.
Because Altharius was the first one found.
Yeah, I don't think Omegon was ever met him, and I'm not entirely sure that Ravengard Daddy,
Corax.
Yeah, it's Corax. I don't think Corax ever met. Like, I don't think the last few met one of the few of them, but I'm not sure on the timeline on that because Omegon got found almost immediately before the Horus Heresy, and I think Corvus wasn't found long before that. Now, of course, Alfarius was there the entire time.
He was the first one found.
Yeah, and he was actually the one who started the Blood Games.
Yeah. The whole point of trying to make the security title with the Custodes, right?
Yeah, and then he actually did basically succeed in killing his father, Aaron threatening the Emperor's life, and Trajan
Valoris.
Not
Trajan Valoris.
Yeah, the commander of the
Custodes right now.
Valdor. Constantine Valdor.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah.
Constantine Valdor. Bro, put your phone on silent.
What have I done?
Which reminds me, I need to put
my phone
on silent.
It is on silent.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. But no, Constantine Valdor was like, I'm gonna kill this little bitch for killing... Because in order to do that, Alfarius had killed 2 or 3 Custodes. Mm-hmm. And Valdor was like, I'm gonna kill this little bitch. And Malkador was like, no, you can't. And Valdor was like, but why though? And he was like, because that's a Primarch and we don't do that here.
I bet Valdor fucking could have though.
Alfarius is a very proficient melee fighter.
Toe to toe, and I think it was said that Alfarius could have won.
I just know that Valdor's poopy as fuck. He's basically a Primarch.
Yeah, Valdor's a baby Primarch. That's all he is.
Yeah.
But no,
that's all he is. Pardon you, sir. Yeah, that's a lot.
That's fair.
He's the yellow emperor. Thank you very much.
But apparently fucking Valdor's still alive.
Yeah, he's the yellow.
Yellow King.
Mm-hmm. He's in the warp with friendly demons and shit.
Yeah.
And fucking Eisenhorn. Just vibing.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah,
was
that's
in
right,
the
'cause that's where he
Eisenhorn
got
book.
revealed,
Yeah,
yeah.
when he walked in, Eisenhorn was like, "What the fuck is this?"
I need to get that book series and read it.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot. I have like half of the Horus Heresy. Like I own like about half the books. I think. I'd have to go look.
I need to start reading it, but I'm gonna read Out in the Messenger. Hopefully that'll get me back in the zone of reading, and I'll actually like take time to read.
Dude, and especially the first 3 books of the Horus. Okay, I know this is supposed to be a Sigmar podcast, but like the Horus Heresy is my jam, and the first 3 books from the point of Lopen are so
Loken, I thought it was Loken.
Loken, I can't remember now. It's been a while since I've read them, but dude, those first 3 books are so fucking good.
Bro, I just like having to read through like the fucking drop site massacre would just kill me inside.
Oh, you gonna have to do
Why,
it,
bruh?
And the thing
My favorite chapter.
No. The part that's gonna suck for you is not the drop site massacre. The part that's gonna suck for you is book 3 and book 4.
That's when fucking Vulcan is like.
That's the So for a long time, you and I had that argument about what exactly the drop site massacre was, because there's 2.
Yeah.
There's 2 different drop site massacres
Yeah.
that occur in the same exact system.
There's the one for the
but on 2
Lord.
different
There's
planets.
the one for the Loyalist forces in the Chaos Legions, and then there's one for the actual loyal chapters or the loyal
Legions. Yeah.
Yeah, because they first they purge the Loyalists in their own ranks, and then they purge
Which
the
they refer
Loyalists.
to as the drop site massacre.
Yeah. It's
yeah.
It's like Ishvan 3 and Ishvan 5, right? Or 4 and 5?
No, it's 3 and...
I know 5 is
it's 3 and 5.
5 is the
It's
Legions.
3 and 5.
3 is their own internal conflict.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
because that's when basically like the Loyalists in their own chapter and the Legion wouldn't die, and then fucking Angron was like, "I'm gonna kill him," because they were basically like, "Hey, Horus, fuck you," and they're like, "Virus bomb the planet."
Yeah. No, so that's the... spoilers ahead. So in the 3rd book, what happens...
There's plastic paper bags over there.
Yeah. So...
Can you go get that?
in
cat?
In the 3rd book, what happens is Saul...
He was just going. What he was doing.
just smacking it.
And then I saw him, he was like, "Oh fuck," and just like walking away.
But yeah, there's this really heartfelt scene where there's a Emperor's Children captain named Saul Tarvitz.
Tarvitz, yeah, I know Tarvitz. I know Tarvitz.
Yeah. And dude, he had a character line or a character model come out from Forge World, and I so wanted to buy it. But no, so Saul Tarvitz
very interesting
is
Sigmar
stuck on a cruiser or a frigate or something, he's stuck on the flagship, Fulgrim's flagship, because for whatever reason he wasn't marked to be sent down. He wasn't marked as a loyalist.
He like tricked him or something, right?
No, he just didn't do very much. Like, he was very loyalist at heart, but he like never really talked about it.
He wasn't very active, so no one pegged him as being a hardcore loyalist. They just thought he was vibing.
Yeah, basically. And so he realizes that they're about to virus bomb the planet with loyalist troops down there, and he's like, "Oh no!" And so he hops into a fighter or a Thunderhawk or something, and like goes screaming down into the planet. And then Commander Eidolon, a big commander. Mm-hmm. Basically second in charge to Fulgrim, is like, "Oh no," and sends fighters after him, and he has to cross over in front of the path of a frigate commanded by Nathaniel Garro, called the Eisenhorn, or the Eisenstein. The Eisenstein, I almost said Eisenhorn. In front of the Eisenstein, and just through sheer dumb luck, Tarvitz and Garro had fought together on, I think it was Murder. I think it was on the planet of Murder. And Tarvitz was basically like, "I know what your orders are, but we are battle brothers. Trust me." And Garro, because they'd actually inscribed basically icons onto their armor that they each reflected an icon that was on the other's armor.
And Garro was just like, he was like, lit.
And Garro like looks down at his arm where he's carved this symbol, and he's like, "I trust my battle brother," and then deploys a nuke right in the wake of
Tarvitz's ship.
Tarvitz's ship, completely scrambling all of the electronic surveillance system and killing the fighters that were pursuing Tarvitz, which allows Tarvitz to get down to the planet and basically produce a mass broadcast to all of the loyalist forces saying, "Hey, by the way, virus bombs inbound."
Yeah, and that was why they were able to hold out for so long.
Yeah,
but Tarvitz ended up dying, right?
They all end up dying.
Yeah.
The only one who
because
survives
he was stuck
is,
on planet.
The only one who survives is Loken. Because basically he tries to go toe to toe with Abaddon. Abaddon kind of crumps him a little bit, and then a Titan moves in and blows up a building next to them, causing a bunch of debris to fall onto Loken, trapping him underneath.
And protected him.
And protects him.
Oh, yeah, because he wandered for like hundreds of years,
well, it
right?
protects him from... Because he was far enough away from where the Loyalist forces were making their final stand that he is protected from whenever an Imperator Titan unleashes its volcano cannon and just obliterates the entirety of the remainder Loyalist forces. And then, so he is the only survivor. So then he wanders around for a while, completely loses his memory, until Malkador sends Nathaniel Garro back to that planet to pick him up. Because Malkador through spoopy warp shenaniganery bullshit is like, oh yeah, by the way, he's still alive, we need to go get him. Mm-hmm. But he like completely loses his memory.
So anyway, back on this Age of Sigmar podcast.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, we're all about Age of Sigmar lore here.
Sorry, like I said, the conspiracy theories and random bullshit are bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of connected because I was talking about Grey Knights and fantasy.
I firmly believe that AoS and 40k are in the same universe somehow. Fuck what GW says. You can't
use the same.
You can't share demons. You can't share demons and be like, no, they're completely separated. Like, no, they're fucking not. Because here's why: demons in Age of Sigmar and 40k share the same fucking backstory. Kugath in both fucking universes, fantasy and 40k, was a fucking Nurgling that fell in the Nurgle's pot, drank all of his fucking weird demon jizz, whatever the fuck is in Nurgle's cauldron, and became a Great Unclean One. He was all about finding the best plague. Same shit. Both IPs. Scarbrand got fucking bitch slapped across Khorne, across the fucking Realm of Chaos and shit. Same backstory, both IPs. Like, it's the same shit. You can't share fucking backstories and the same name demons, same gods, and they not be connected somehow. Like, that's just how I see it.
He's not using it. He's squirted with water. He's like, what's going on? What's going on? I don't understand.
Sorry, we're punishing the cat. We're spritzing him. Was he going back in the bag?
He kept fucking with the sheet, and it was just like, bro, leave. And so I squirted him, and then he was just like, ah! And then sat there, and it's like, I squirted him again, and he kind of moved a little bit more, and it's like, bro, fucking leave.
Yeah, so, like, in my opinion, they have to be in the same thing, but it's... I think it is very much trapped.
Oh, okay.
It's really... They really are trapped in, like the most, like, longest lasting warp storm
imaginable.
Well, they are...
The other option is that they're actually in the webway.
Pocket dimension or something like that.
Well, no, they're actually in the webway, and literally what it is that's why magic kind of acts so weird, or warp shenaniganery acts so weird around them, is because it's being filtered through this portion of the webway that's been cut off from the rest of the webway, and is kind of sort of keeping it clean, which is why, like, warp rifts are such a big deal, is because that's the webway is basically keeping the magic more or less pure.
That's why you only get demons. You don't get like CSMs and shit there. You have to be like pure chaos. Otherwise, you just kind of like die.
Yeah,
or something like that.
Yeah.
But also, it's just a section of the webway that like nobody gives a shit about, and the CSMs have such a murder boner for the Emperor. They're like, why do we want to go there?
These would have to be like the Chaos Gods, because the Chaos Gods could not be paying a whole lot of attention here. They're just kind of like in it for the game. Like, ooh, what's going on?
Just for shits and giggles.
This is like a small version of what's going on out there.
Yeah. I truly do believe that this is just... They're in it for the shits and giggles.
Yeah. It could even be like...
Nagash and Sigmar and Laria all ever down there. We're fighting for our fucking life, and the Chaos Gods are like, GG lols.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Alright, give me back my ball.
Okay. Alright, my next conspiracy theory, because that was Phil's, right? That they're connected?
Yeah.
My next conspiracy theory that I think that the reason why Grungy is completely and totally fucked off is Grungy is trying to bring back Valea. The dwarven goddess of healing, I think.
For Valea!
I thought you said... we were talking about it. I thought you said you didn't believe that Grimnir wasn't dead.
No, that's my third one. This is my second one.
Oh, okay.
I have three. No, I think that Grungy is trying to bring back Valea because she was one of the prominent dwarven gods back in fantasy. I think she was the big three: Grungy, Grimnir, and Valea. I'm pretty sure.
That surprised me. Yeah, because I think In Total War, I think your rune priests can have either the blood of Valea, the blood of Grungy, or the blood of Grimnir.
Yeah, your lords in general can get one of those. Yeah. But and I know there's the whole like some weird dwarven bullshit happened in the Age of Myth, and like all the dwarven gods died or whatever the fuck it was.
I think that technically happens at the end of Fantasy. Because the only dwarves gods that come into Sigmar, as far as I'm aware, are Sigmar. Grimnir and Grungy.
We talked about this.
I have no recollection of it,
obviously. There was the big whatever the fuck happened, and that's how Grimnir and Grungy ended up chained on that mountain when Sigmar found them and freed them.
I remember them being chained on the mountain. I don't remember the event that caused it.
I might be fucking drinking stupid juice, but I'm pretty sure like there was some weird dwarven. There's something weird. Fuck off. something weird happened in the Age of Myth, like early Age of Myth, or the Age before Ages, like early Age of Sigmar.
So Jacob, I have a question for you.
And yeah,
you can either fondle the ball, or I will bring you a gift. You don't know what the gift is, and I'm not going to tell you. But those are your choices.
I'll roll the dice.
You want the ball?
No, I'll take the surprise.
Okay.
I'll
be right back.
But I think he's trying to bring back Valea. I just think that'd be neat as fuck. I really enjoy it.
Oh, I think it'd be really cool. Yeah.
I think we might see a third dwarf army, a new dwarven army, possibly. Mm-hmm. I think it'd be, or that would be like the resurgence of just like the dwarven army, not fire slayers or Karls and overlords, but just normal ass fucking dwarves. We might see some love to them, and it'd be a cool like middle ground between the two, where there's some slayers, there's some dumb shit, and there's just normal ass fucking dwarves under Valea. I knew it was a Yoo-hoo. Fucking thank God.
Right,
I have thirst.
Dude, I found a 12-pack at HEB, and I was like, oh shit, that's coming home with me.
Dude, I want to get the Fury of the Deep box. I really want the Fire Slayers. I love Fire Slayers so much.
Just build a Fire Slayer army.
I like dwarves. And I just think it'd be neat.
I have permission to start a new army from Philip.
You never needed my permission.
Don't build Fire Slayers. Build No. Actually, don't build Fire Slayers. Build Idna Deepkin.
Or just build both. No, as a matter of fact, start 2 new armies.
Yeah, fuck it. Build both.
Well, honestly, the Internet
No,
Deepkin,
do both. You're getting the box set anyway. You might as well do both.
I don't want the box set.
You literally just said you want the box set.
For the Fire Slayer half. I don't like the half for the Internet Deepkin, because my Internet Deepkin army is just going to be 3 turtles.
Big ass turtles.
That sounds like a you problem. Just get the box set for 2 armies.
But yeah, no, that's another one of my crackhead theories. Crackhead theories. God, my list was horrible tonight.
Seriously, it's called a crackhead theory. That doesn't mean that you need to take
be
crack.
On crack. No, I just think that'd be super cool. And I think it explains his absence pretty well. And I think that'd be super fucking neat.
So, counter offer. Grungy is trying to bring
back Grimnir?
Grimnir, yes. For a second I was like, wait a minute, did I get these names right?
That kind of bleeds into my other conspiracy theory that Grimnir isn't actually dead, and the reason why the Fire Slayers are so gung-ho about collecting Urgold is so they can bring Grimnir back to life.
Yeah.
Either or, Valea or I kind of want it to be Valea because I think Fire Slayers are trying to bring back Grimnir, so I think like if the Fire Slayers bring Grimnir back and then Grungy brings back Valea, we can get the big 3 back, and that'd be like dope as fuck.
Yeah, my issue with that is that like... Okay, not issue, but my big thing about that is that if they did bring back Valea, then we'd probably need to get a 3rd faction of dwarves.
That's what I mean. What I was thinking is, maybe not necessarily a new faction of dwarves, but it'll be a resurgence for just the dwarf army. Not Karl and Overlords.
Oh, yeah, like
not Fire Slayers.
Now Cities of Sigmar.
Yeah, but they would just be dwarves, and you'd have like some Slayers, and you'd have some dumb technology, some cool cannons,
kind of like
whatever the fuck.
Kind of like how fucking Chaos Undivided is in 40k.
Yeah.
How they can run a little bit of all the Chaos forces. Yeah.
I think that'd be super cool.
Valea?
And they'd have like a couple special lords, maybe some special abilities, because they're like followers of Valea, and they're all about like healing the dwarven race and shit like that.
Valea got corrupted by Chaos, and that's how we get Chaos.
You shut your whore mouth.
Shut your whore mouth. Or, we just get Chaos Dwarves because they are already a thing, and they don't need an extra god. They already have fucking, what's his name?
Oh yeah, fuck! I forget his name too.
Fuck, we covered him too in our Characters of Chaos.
Yeah, I forget his name.
Asgore.
Asgore, yeah. Don't do Valea dirty like that, you fucking heathen.
Asgore.
Yeah, just ascend Asgore to godhood and make him the god of Chaos Dwarves, and then done.
Oop.
It's not like becoming a god in AoS is very hard.
It's apparently not.
Yeah, just drink the souls out of Slanesh and you'd be fine.
Right?
Just drink the horny juice.
Just have like Daddy Sigmar spit in your mouth or something like that.
I don't think I really got another one.
Go schlob on Corn's nog, it'll be fine.
My other one was going to be like, Stormcast Eternals are just really the equivalent to human demons.
Yeah, they're just Sigmar's demons.
Yeah,
that's
exactly what they are.
They are made by like Sigmar's basically like warp stuff, just like demons are.
Yeah, a small portion of his warp stuff and the soul. So the big difference is that the soul itself is not a shard of the god, but the soul does have a shard of that god's power. It's literally stated in the battle tome that. Why did that pop into my head now? Sorry, that was completely off topic.
What were you thinking about?
It's actually a really funny video, but no, I'm not going to bring that up right now.
Okay.
I need to finish this thought first, and I am struggling. It's in the battle tome.
You smell like wet cat.
That oh, imagine that.
Yeah, it's wet cat, all right.
Reaches down, touches the cat. Cat is wet. Oh, look, a wet cat.
A wet cat.
But no.
Insert really low hanging fruit. Fill up getting the pussy wet joke right here.
Hey. Bro, I wish I was having success in the dating field at the moment, but no. Moving back
Mood
on.
kindred.
Yeah.
I have no room to talk.
Yeah, you don't.
You have like
you have a stable relationship, and you're about to get fucking married.
Almost 6 years.
You're about to get married whenever you get off your ass and actually, do it.
Once we get a house and we're financially stable and COVID isn't destroying the planet anymore.
Bruh, I've known you for like almost a decade now. Life likes to make you not financially stable, so like you might as well put a ring on it.
But yeah, you were saying.
Can it be a ring pop?
That's so cringy.
No, the sad thing is
my fat ass would eat it. No, I'm too hungry.
No, I was gonna say the sad thing is that might be the only kind of ring you can afford if your roommates keep fucking.
Oh, you're gonna fucking do me dirty? Fuck you, eat some water. Such a whore.
I mean, your roommates keep doing you dirty on fucking rent. Like,
remind me.
I was supposed to have Nagash.
We're here to talk about Age of Sigmar and 40K, not my fucking financial woes.
That's fair. I'm sorry.
No,
he's gone.
There's no apology.
He's gone. But no, I mean, we can just edit that out in post.
No.
That's the joke. We never edit anything out in post. We either just completely redo the episode or we just leave it in. There is
We're
no
not
editing.
talking about people just...
Okay.
But no, yeah,
I was-
shut the fuck up.
The one time we actually...
Bro, we're already an hour in. I don't want to have to redo this.
Wait, why are we doing that episode again? What did I miss?
No, just Mitchell was gonna be like, "Oh yeah, the one time we actually redid the episode because of the thing," and I was like, "Shut the fuck up."
That's my fault, too.
We here at Lorecast do not condone suicide. Quit your shit, Mitchell.
All right.
Oh fuck! Where were we? You were trying to finish
Battle Tomes. Yes, they literally talk about infusing the soul of the Stormcast with Sigmar's.
I need to use
power.
this.
Bro, just give him a vasectomy. Like, then maybe the stupid genes won't be passed on.
Oh yeah, because like
No, wait. I'm sorry. Stupid finds a way.
I'm the only one of my brothers that actually has like really decent common sense.
oh god. No, because like all like bloodletters, bloodthirsters, all the demons of the Chaos Gods, they are literally just pieces of the Chaos God's soul, right, or something like that. Pieces of their being.
Galmaraz is or not Galmaraz. The Celestant Prime is literally just a greater demon of Sigmar.
Yeah, so basically it comes down to not all demons are Stormcast, but all Stormcast are demons.
It's like the square and rectangle thing.
Hey!
Yeah.
No, that's pretty. I think that's pretty accurate. I wouldn't even say that's a fan theory or a crackhead theory. That's just kind of like they kind of say that themselves in their own lore and battle tomes.
Yeah.
Like basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
You such a... You do that?
So to give you an idea of what, or play-by-play of what just happened, we're all sitting around drinking out of cans with like pop-pops on them, right? And Mitchell accidentally broke his off and then flicked it across the room, so I picked it up and dropped it back in his drink.
Are you still drinking it?
Yep. Yes, feed the chicken.
Oh, fuck.
Well, okay, wait, where did that come from? Like, did we just do that one day?
I don't even remember.
I think we just
don't
made that
even
up.
remember. I don't think we just made it up, but I honestly
No, it's because we were doing the Italian thing
and
from,
then it was
like,
like
what is that? What is that from? That's from, like... No, that's from a TV show. Castle?
I don't fucking
it's from
remember,
Castle.
dude. I don't fucking
But
remember.
yeah, and then we bastardized it.
Alright, what's the other crackhead theory you have?
You have to give me a moment because that was my next one.
Oh, wait. Oh, fuck.
No, wait. Okay, hold on. While he's still thinking. So, the whole, like, Grungy turned into Oath Gold, right? And that's
Grimnir turned
Who
Oath
the
Gold.
fuck ever.
It's kind of important.
It don't matter. It don't matter none. But no, Grimnir turned into Oath Gold. And so that's why all the Slayers are collecting them. So I would just like to take this opportunity to remind everyone that there is, in fact, one or more pieces of Oath Gold out there that are Grimnir's left nut.
Bro, that has to be our first shirt. Just by Grimnir's left nut.
Yeah, and it's just a piece of Oath Gold.
Yeah, it's just a piece of Oath Gold.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
Oh, fuck, dude. That's hilarious.
Oh, yeah. Bro, I need to get that on a shirt. We need to put that on a shirt.
We'll just get Jess to do the art again because she's the one who made fucking...
Yeah.
Such quiet.
Sorry,
I'm letting you think.
Yeah.
Because I know if we
Let
say
them figure
anything,
it
your
the fuck
brain...
out.
What do you mean I gotta go
fucking-
twice in a row? This sucks.
Wait, no, I thought that was Phil who went with the whole Stormcast Demon thing.
I'm the one that brought it up.
Oh, that was you?
Yes!
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, no, it's just that I'm the better Stormcast person, so I know.
Oh, okay,
more.
Phil,
He's actually plays Stormcast.
you're up then.
Like a
Well,
Hold up, I'm reading the post by Big Mech Teeth Snagga in our Discord.
Big Mech Teeth Snagga?
Yeah.
Is he new?
I guess I don't know.
I don't know. I love that
Is he
name.
new?
has an amazing name.
I fucking
Oh yeah,
love-
no, he just landed.
Oh, I love that name.
Pure conversation, the chemistry between... we have chemistry! It's not that we all hate each
That's
other.
fucking gay! I'm leaving. I can't be associated with this podcast anymore.
Oh, love it so
All right.
much.
I didn't even read his post. I just reply, bro, I love your name. Fuck. This
Yeah.
episode's so out of place.
That's why it's a
Hold
bonus
up.
episode. It's kind of us just more
Hold
paying
up.
it out. Look at Lotta.
Listen, Colt, you wanted some conspiracy theories. You're getting at least half of that right now.
Lotta has a hat. I gotta take a picture of this.
Your cat has mental issues. No, now she has a fucking black bag.
Hephaestus. Okay, I got the pictures.
You need to post it on the Discord so everyone can see who the fuck we're talking about. When we say Hephaestus and Lotta, they're not some just obscure fucking figures.
Yeah.
No. See, that's why we only post cat pictures on Instagram, so then they have to go to Instagram and follow us on Instagram.
Yeah.
Big brain
I have to
moment.
post pictures
I
of
am.
Sal's cats.
I am the Big Mech Teeth
Yeah,
Snagga.
but they see my cats. Not, okay, well, they see Hephaestus, but like...
Not as a conspiracy theory for Age of Sigmar, but I am pretty sure that we're going to be getting new Dryad models, and when the new Battle Tome comes out.
Nice.
And I'm hoping for another new Branch Witch model, because oh my gosh.
So I think that we should get more Space Marine Primaris models.
thing is everything would be done, but we had to Space Marines. Carl needs to make more Primaris. Rubs the nipples.
Okay, no, but seriously though, what the fuck's up with the goddamn Primaris Company champion? What the fuck was that bullshit?
Oh god. Okay, so for y'all don't know, so for a long time, so obviously this is the more 40k shit, right?
Hold up. Okay, this has always been my complaint about Primaris, is that for whatever dumb fuck reason,
More 40k shit. Just skip like 10 minutes ahead if you don't want to hear this.
Yes.
No. How? No, I got it. Before you,
Yeah.
how can Primaris have ancients?
because it's been like several hundred years now, and an ancient. Just
No,
means
it's been
they're
like
experienced. Technically, all it means is you're a standard
I think
bearer.
it's been like 200 years.
No, they have started advancing the plot line again. Basically, every grand tournament that comes out is a new crusade, is a new battle sector, which means they're advancing advancing. Quote,
I like how
the
for the
story.
longest time it was like when the 41st millennia actually starts, the fucking apocalypse is gonna come, and now we're like fucking knee deep in 41K,
no,
and I'm like,
hold
where's
up,
Ragnarok? Where's Russ? Where's the fucking 50th Black Crusade to blow up the universe? What the fuck, GW?
Hold up. I would just like to say that, so I called out Big Mech Tiefsnagger on the Discord, and I made him uncomfortable, and so now I have to make it aware to everybody else that he is, in fact, uncomfortable.
This top tier quote by Big Mech Tiefsnagger is,
and then with an embarrassed emoji.
you're all welcome.
Yeah. So, like, not only do we shitpost on each other, we do also, in fact, shitpost on our members of our
I'm gonna
Discord.
put the all points. Who wants to be shit posted on in the episode? Say I.
You dick.
Oh my god, he found it!
Oh, Big Mac Teef Snagger, we shouting you out hardcore. We're also just going to T-pose on you for dominance while we do it.
Okay.
All right.
Done, deaded.
Cool. All right, but yeah, no. Going back to what I was going to rant about, though. Fucking... This... So my biggest complaint about Primaris as, like, an actual game unit is that they've...
I did just post to Discord. I want to be shit posted on the episode. Speak now.
Hey. But no, my biggest complaint has always been I really enjoy the Primaris sculpts because I love Firstborn lore. I think they look rotted as shit.
I think
because they're just like, I squat and I hold gun, and it's like, bro, you are like the most idiotic
like
looking
crab
thing.
walking with their bolters.
Yeah, it's just like and it's like,
Oh, we
what
have
the
to
fuck?
ship. We have to ship post on Eminent Flow.
You don't flow as hard as you think you do.
Ooh.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! No come back for that one.
Yep.
No coming back from that one.
Dead.
Fucking dead.
Hold up. Who's talking now?
It's Big Mac.
Oh shit! It is Big Mac.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fucking paragraph.
Oh,
Hello.
Jesus.
Hold up.
No, stop. Hold on. We're just live streaming now. Quit it.
Yeah, no.
We got pickle.
What the fuck? Mitchell just walks back in here with a fucking spicy V8 and a fucking pickle. Like, all right, here we go.
Bro, can I have a pickle?
This was the last one.
Yep. Mitchell plays with his pickles close to the chest.
Jesus Christ.
No, so my biggest complaint about Primaris has always been that, like, Games Workshop can't figure out if they want to, like, make Primaris an augmentation to Firstborn, or if, like, Firstborn and Primaris should be run separately, or what, and, like, it's never made sense to me. Because Firstborn units are super versatile, and then Primaris are supposed to be, like, really specific and dedicated units, but, like, they kind of fail at that. And
What they need to do is realistically, and I fucking hate that I have to say this because there are a bunch of Firstborn units that I fucking love.
Yeah.
But to make Primaris as they need to be, they have to kill off Firstborn.
they either have to kill it off, or they basically just have to make it a whole ass different faction.
Yeah. Like, but the whole mix and match thing, it just doesn't fucking work. Because a lot of times they'll come up with new Primaris models that do something, it's like, yeah, but Firstborn do it better.
Yeah.
Vanguard vets.
Vanguard vets with fucking jump packs and fucking a lightning claw and a storm shield.
Do it better than...
And Primaris still doesn't have an answer to Terminators.
Yeah. Oh, okay, well, to be fair, Eradicators are the answer to fucking almost everything.
Well, no, I mean, like, an equivalent. Sorry, not an answer, but
yeah,
an equivalent.
aggressors aren't a fucking equivalent at fucking all.
No.
Blade Guard vets aren't really... Like, if you combine aggressors and Blade Guard vets, maybe? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, no.
Primaris lack weapon choices is a big fucking problem.
Yeah, and that's my big thing is it's like, that's why I think...
I've never had a V8 in my life. I've never had what it tastes like.
It tastes like tomato.
Spicy
Bro, you
tomato.
don't like tomato. Bro,
I don't like raw tomato.
That's what that is it's just basically tomato puree with water and Tabasco.
Nice.
That specific one has, like, Tabasco.
Oh, that slaps. That tastes like tomato soup.
It's great, isn't it?
No, I mean, like, okay, you know how in the inside of a raw tomato, the seeds are, like, squishy and whatnot?
Uh-huh.
I can't fucking stand that.
Bro, just, like, put a shitload of salt on it.
It's not the taste. I love the taste. It's the texture.
No, yeah, that's what I mean. Just put a shitload of salt on it. It sucks up all the water. Like, you'll have way too high of a sodium intake, but like, hey,
just
you can
fucking
eat raw
strokes
tomatoes.
the fuck out because my sodium level's like through the roof.
Yeah, but no,
No, it's pretty good. I drink these.
That's
for
just
breakfast
cold
now.
tomato soup.
I drink them for breakfast now.
They're probably pretty healthy.
I had that at oatmeal.
where were we?
Shitting on Primaris.
Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of my thing. Is just like I love the concept of Primaris.
They look
for
fantastic.
No. I love the concept of Primaris in Kill Team because in Kill Team you can run a mixed bag of units. You can run like a singular intercessor with a singular Hellblaster with a singular
Intercessor.
aggressor. Well, no, I already said
Or a
intercessor.
singular
and then like a singular
Blade Guard
infiltrator. Yeah. And like you can mix and match how you want to, and like that's fucking cool as shit to me. But when it's like, oh hey, you see this Devastator squad? This Devastator squad can have like 4 different weapons or like 4 of the same weapons.
Yeah, grav
but
guns,
then,
multi-meltas, las cannons, or heavy plasma.
But then you look at, and they run as like a 5-man squad. But then you look at like Hellblasters, and it's like Hellblasters are like, it's like cool. You do plasma shit,
And that's literally
it.
there's no
And then there's
basically,
Eradicators, and it's like you do
Melt a shit.
shit, and that's it. And then there's Eliminators, and it's like if you give them the
I-
laser option, it's like you do like heavy las, and that's it.
I understand why they did it from a lore perspective, but for a gameplay perspective, it's really fucking hard because if you want to have a mixed bag of units, I want some plasma, I want some laser, I want some melta. You have to get 3 different fucking squads. Where at Firstborn, you can just buy 2 boxes of Devastator, so you have a full 10-man squad, I think, and then just magnetize them, and you're done. You can have grav weapons, melta weapons, ladder weapons, plasma weapons.
Yep.
But what you just said is money. Money is the driving force of this.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
But it just like
did my soul get out of my
takes the
shoe?
fun. It really takes the fun away because like I want like in my 40k army, I run Salamander. I'm pretty sure I've said before that my main army in 40k right now is Salamander. So obviously I'm very melt oriented because like fucking Salamanders. But like I've also been kind of thinking of running Ultramarines because I do just genuinely like Ultramarines.
You suck the blueberry dick.
A little bit. And
I suck the dark blueberry dick.
I mean, I'm sucking bell pepper dick a little harder, but like I'm just saying. But like Ultramarines are very much like we are fantastic at nothing, but we're good at everything.
Yeah.
So they're I feel like that's the army you'd run like a little bit of las, a little bit of plas, a little bit of melta, a little bit of and if I wanted to do that, that army would cost like 4 times as much as my Salamander army, and I have like 4,000 fucking points of Salamanders, and it's just like. It's aggravating.
I got my airbrush running up. I could actually do all my Crimson Fist.
Yeah.
Better get your fucking Cantor soon.
I don't want that Cantor. I'm waiting.
You're waiting for it to get revamped.
I'm gonna laugh if they never come out with a new Pedro Cantor.
I would be so fucking aggravated.
Oh, I'll just kit bash or
Right?
3D print my own.
Right. But no,
Oh, whoa there.
I think that if they want Primaris to work, they need to just get rid of Firstborn. And I don't mean get rid of Firstborn and then like not make Primaris as good as Firstborn. I mean like give Primaris the durability and the versatility, not durability, sorry, versatility that Firstborn have, and then just get fucking rid of Firstborn if they want it to work properly. But right now, like.
Because the big thing in lore is that Primaris, basically everything Primaris just hits harder.
They are more durable, they're tougher, they're faster.
Well, their guns are supposed to be better. Just across the board.
Lore, yes, tabletop.
Well, that's what I mean, though, is that, like, in lore, they are just supposed to be better. What they lack is experience compared to Firstborn. But even then, like, as they slowly started advancing the plot, like, that's not going to make a difference.
That mattered that mattered in like the fucking Indominus Crusade.
That mattered.
And the
that mattered in the first half of 8th edition.
Yeah.
When that was first announced.
But
Nowadays,
now,
it's like, who the fuck
we're
gives a shit?
like 400 years into the 41st millennia, so like to a certain extent, even though there are Space Marines like fucking like Dante, who's been alive for 1,500 fucking years, and there are other Space Marines who've been alive for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800 years. To a certain extent, that experience doesn't matter as much when you have a Space Marine who's 800 years old and a Primaris who's 400 years old.
Yeah.
Like, the difference between a 0-year-old and 400-year-old experience and 400-year-old to 800-year-old experience, the difference between the 4 to 8 is a lot smaller than 0 to 4. So, like, at this point, any Primaris that have been alive since they were awoken, they have basically as much experience as they need, and realistically, the fighting they've been going
analogy for that.
Huh?
Being shot twice is a lot, but getting shot 3 to 8 times is not much more.
It's not much more. and the type of fighting they're going through, especially with like the Imperial Nihilist, or the fuck it's called, because that's still a thing, right? The Imperial still cut in half. Like the fighting they're seeing is like really rough. I'm not gonna say the roughest ever,
but it's up there.
It's fucking up there. So like the experience isn't a thing anymore, and. Like, you're right, they need Terminators. Some sort of Terminator equivalent. They can't just take that shit away. They
need a Centurion equivalent, in my opinion.
Yeah. Like,
aggressors are just not Terminator equivalents.
They're not. And they're not.
They're tougher.
Are they supposed to be?
Yes.
But you don't have melee aggressors. Yeah, they can punch shit, but
then you can say no because it's it's Gravis armor, and then you get normal troop Gravis armor, and I'm like, no,
like heavy intercessors are in Gravis.
Yeah, and so like they can do the
you do not have Terminators that are troop choices. You just don't. Terminators are elites, right? Bar fucking none. Like just straight up.
And Eradicators are in Gravis armor too.
Yeah, Eradicators are in Gravis.
Eradicators are in Gravis. Heavy Intercessors are in Gravis.
Inceptors
are in Gravis.
Technically.
Yeah.
So where's your thing? I want my Thunder Hammers.
No, I think
on Primaris.
Technically, Inceptor. Okay. In the lore, technically, the Inceptors, I believe, are in Omni armor, which is a offshoot of Gravis. So I think they have just the Gravis keyword in.
It's Gravis with a fucking jetpack.
Yeah. Which and the other thing about that is it's like, what Terminator has a fucking jetpack?
So yeah, I don't know.
Oh, and then they did fucking all of the Relic Terminator armor dirty in 9th edition.
Oh yeah, Howlett Cataphracti means fuck all now because it's just Relic Terminator and it's fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Because I think they get more weapon choices than Terminators, and that's like literally it, right?
Well, it's because Cataphracti and Tartarus are not the same thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But like the only difference between Relic Terminators and normal Terminators is that Relic Terminators have more weapon choices, right? And that's like literally it.
I'd have to look.
I think that's it.
It's
tragic.
And I think they get a couple special.
We can
abilities.
go so far into 40k and all of our
problems.
It's
just fucking aggravating.
That's why I play Open War. I love Open War so much.
But we need to get back on topic because we kind of went down the 40k shit posting line, and we need to get back onto Sigmar because this is a Sigmar podcast, supposedly. So conspiracy theories.
Everyone be awkwardly silent. Shh. What's yours? What's the one for you, Mitchell? Because I was told we were kind of talking about Grimnir or Grungy getting Valet, and then I had the whole like the Fire Stars are trying to bring back Grimnir by collecting the Urgold and whatnot. Do you have another one? Everyone stare at him.
Don't do the pressure on me. Please don't.
Bruh.
I could really go to really crackhead, and it's probably not going to be anytime true or actually.
Just do it. Just do it.
Do it. Reach for the stars.
Sooner or later, Daughters of Cain are going into a Chaos faction.
You think so?
Yeah. No, I believe that.
The fact that...
Like, if Slaanesh gets released, she's going to, like, corrupt them because they're kind of close to how he is?
No, if anything, they're just going to become aligned with Khorne.
No, it's not that. It's the fact that they don't like killing just for the murderous sake. They do it for the excess of murder.
Sounds a lot like Slaanesh.
Yeah. But it's not even that part. It's the whole entire idea that Marathi became a god from eating or drinking the essence of Slaanesh.
Like she's corrupted by Slaanesh just by that.
Yes.
Just because those souls absorbed Slaanesh's essence because they were inside of him, and then she drank it, and that means that intrinsically she has Slaanesh's corruption.
Yeah.
So when Slaanesh breaks free, he's gonna be like, ha, and like take control.
No, that's a really out there theory.
I think it makes sense.
It makes sense.
I have kind of a crackhead theory. I think I wouldn't be surprised if they phased out Seraphon from being an army. I wouldn't be surprised if in the lore Seraphon basically became like so like holier than thou up on their fucking hilltop in the heavens, just observing that they basically like they just sit up in the clouds and that's literally it, and they only intervene when chaos gets really big, and that's such a few and far between thing now that the Stormcast are everywhere that basically like lore wise are basically gonna cease to be an army.
Yeah, the way that like lore wise. The way that you see it on table compared to lore, like a lot of people play Seraphon, and I cannot imagine that many Seraphon just in that world.
Because my thing is, like, how the fuck do they get dinosaurs down there? Like, do they just, like, lightning strike dinosaurs from up in heaven? Or are there jungles in, like, Gr or something where, like, carnosaurs and fucking stegodons are just sort of roaming around? Like, where the fuck do they keep these dinos?
I'd be willing to bet that at least there are some dinos on Gur. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, no, realistically.
You know what I mean? Like, where are they keeping all this shit? Because it makes it seem like they all just live up in the fucking clouds. So, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, they just kind of phase it out as being an army lore. Like, they'll probably keep the models, but, like, we'll probably stop seeing them doing things in lore. Especially because I have an inkling that in the Kragnos book that Kragnos is probably going to kill Croak. Like, actually, like, put Croak down permanently.
I will let you know when I actually start listening to that this week, because I've been waiting for that. So I've been listening to Hollow Knights, which I'm okay with just kind of stopping halfway through at the moment, because it's like I'm listening to it to listen to it for the lore and not actually. I'm not really enjoying the story too much,
Right.
Because it's a good book,
But
it's very much of a we're Stormcast.
yeah, right.
And I'm like,
we're the best of the best of the best, sir.
no, it's not even about the best, sir. It's just.
We are better than
It just does not intrigue me as much as the other two books that I've listened to has.
Right.
It's just, I've been like, I'm not enthralled.
It doesn't do much for me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So I'm going to probably get the Kragnos book Sunday night, get it downloaded.
The way that I see it is that, like, Croak is basically the one that put Kragnos on the ground the first time, and I'm pretty sure that he's going to see Croak again in Big Oz time for round fucking 2, and I just think that this time he's going to put Croak down. Which sucks. I fucking love Croak, but I have a feeling.
What I wish in this is that
I'm aware.
They
I see it,
show
Philip.
that so in these books, when it comes to stuff like that, the character that's in there is never like the main character.
It's just from their point of view.
So,
that doesn't make them the important one.
And like Gloomspite, guess what? Gloomspite is not the main character. They're the main antagonist, but they're not like the big thing. Lady of Sorrow, she's like in there for, minor spoiler warning, for only 2 chapters.
Yeah, it's more about like how people are dealing with the Night Haunt and whatnot.
Yeah. So you're just like, okay. So, and with Kragnos, I think what's really going to be like is just like how he's having an effect on the world type of thing. Another crackhead thing is I really don't think of all of Kragnos' race is dead.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
Almost positive they're not.
Yeah, because there's nowhere states that they like officially all died when it was in the Warhammer Community Post, and I haven't read Kragnos Broken Realm, so I need to read that to confirm. But I really wish they would provide another like an army for like Kragnos' species, because I love that model.
Bring back Dragon Ogre Shaggoths.
Well, the Dragon Ogres are there.
Bring them back as an army.
They're just Beast of Chaos.
No, I want a dragon, like fucking, not Ogre tribes, like fucking Gargants. I just want Dragon Ogres.
That'll be cool, yeah. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Oh, probably not. It'd be too neat. You good there, Phil?
He's just molesting my cat.
Oh, okay. I don't know why, but I thought he was like scratching his foot. I was like, what the fuck?
No.
Oh, I'm fucking with the cat.
So, you got another one, Philip?
No, I don't have nearly as many crackhead theories for Sigmar as I do for 40k.
We'll talk about that. I mean, yeah, we've had if we take out all of the other bullshit, I think we've had like a solid like hour of AoS crackhead shit. So I think we can call it
maybe 30 minutes.
No, we've had
okay, at least 45 minutes.
We are about 45, and then I went on my tangent about Primaris.
So this is technically the end of like our crackhead in here.
So this is technically the end of our crackhead theory part of the episode. Mitchell is currently
it's part
offline,
of
rebooting his system.
It's the end of the 40k or Sigmar.
God damn it, Philip!
Damn it! We're doing 40k shit now.
Unfuck yourself!
Don't hit me with that angry cops bullshit. But no, ow! God damn it! Fuck you, seriously, and your fucking razor blades for toenails.
Sorry.
But no,
At this point, we're just going to go hella off the rails and talk about random shit for like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So if y'all want to end here, feel free. This is where it goes really off the rails.
Oh, yeah. All right, so
Horus Heresy things. I know you're itching to get back to that bit.
Dude, I fucking love the Horus Heresy. But no. One of my favorite...
Can you go get a different chair? That's how.
No.
Like this
I love
entire
that chair.
episode giving me just going... The entire episode.
Well, see, that's why I usually sit in that chair, because I don't usually fidget as much.
Nah, I'll just stop fidgeting. I really don't want to have to get back up.
Yeah. But no, yeah, also, I can't believe you stole my chair, you dick.
Didn't think about it. It was intentional. Eat a dick.
So you're losing a nut tonight.
Philip seems really obsessed with my testicles this podcast, and it's making me uncomfortable.
No, but one of my favorite, like, super crackhead 40k shit is Clone Fulgrim.
Please!
There is a clone of Fulgrim that was cloned by... Oh, the fucking...
Crackhead theory real quick.
Fabius.
Trazen the Infinite is the best character in 40k. You cannot tell me any different.
But Fabius Bile attempted to clone Fulgrim uncorrupted by chaos.
Well, he's been trying...
He clones Fulgrim.
He's been trying to clone Primarchs for a while.
Yeah.
Fulgrim was the first, and as far as we're aware, only successful.
Yeah.
Which is fucking terrifying, considering how hard it was to make the Primarchs. That means that technically Fabius Bile, at least kinda, has like knowledge of the Emperor, basically. Like scientific knowledge on par with the Emperor. At least kind of.
He's kind of the Belisarius call of chaos.
Yeah.
But...
Because his first clone was Horus, and that went horribly wrong.
yeah.
And Abaddon was like, get fucked.
Yeah.
You are not my father, yeet. Well, Abaddon also, like, Loki kind of hates Horus now. Even if Horus came back full-fledged alive, Abaddon would probably still try to kill him.
Yeah.
Because Abaddon sees him as weak and foolish.
No, because... Well, yeah. Anyway, going back. So he clones Fulgrim, right? And then Fulgrim's basically like, hey, wait a second, chaos is bad. And calls like... Oh, I succeeded a little too well when I did.
Fabius Bile?
Or yeah, Fabius Bile was like, oh no, I succeeded a little too well. And so he goes to Trazen the Infinite, is like, I'll trade you this for like...
Oh, I thought
something.
Trazen stole him.
No, I think he pawned him off.
I made a son. I no longer like him.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because if Clone Fulgrim went on a fucking tirade, he'd probably kill a lot of people, a lot of chaos, because Fulgrim was... if I remember correctly, Fulgrim was almost as good as Lionel Johnson as a swordsmaster. Like, he was extremely proficient with a blade.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't better than Lion because Lionel Johnson is the de facto best swordsman of the Primarchs, but he was almost as good, which is fucking terrifying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lionel... Whereas Lionel Johnson could basically just channel the power of autism and be like, oh yeah, you can't predict the future if I don't even predict my own future.
We should probably go in to see what our actual like favorite Primarchs are, so people would know.
Dorn and Fulgrim.
Vulcan and Gilliman?
Lionel Johnson.
Sorry, Vulcan and post-resurrection Gilliman.
Yeah.
Lionel Johnson.
Your opinion doesn't matter. No,
I
kidding.
I care.
I'm
Mitchell.
kidding.
I care.
What
I
are
care.
they?
No, please tell me.
So Johnson and
No,
who
no,
else?
just give him time.
Lionel Johnson.
I'm kidding. I don't care. Lionel Johnson and...
I really like Lionel Johnson. There's an actual reason for that one. And I actually, for a second one, I'm not too entirely sure.
Oh, can I have a third then? Can I take Mitchell's second and give me a third?
I will also take a third. Alfarius Omegon.
Fuck you. Post-mutation Korax.
Oh,
Yeah.
The
shit.
story of him putting Lorgar in his place
That's a pretty
is
good one.
fucking
that's a good
glorious.
one.
So basically, like, just a quick little thing is Korax, he got Depressy Boy for reasons, and then like flew into the warp to go like hunt down Lorgar because Lorgar is a piece of shit. And so like in unknown amount of time later, Lorgar is like vibing in the warp and like doing chaos Primarch shit. Demon Primarch shit, and then like fucking this weird shadowy like feathered raven looking fucking mutated boy rolled up, and he was like, hey Lorgar, I'm about to beat your ass like a fucking Cherokee drum. And Lorgar was like, bring it on, you feathery bitch. And then Lorgar was like, oh, I've made a miscalculation because I'm about to fucking die. And we're pretty sure, we're almost positive it's mutated Korak, because he basically rolled up on Lorgar and he was like, hello brother. And Lorgar was like, oh, what is this? And yeah, and like under a minute, like almost instantaneously, Lorgar was basically getting his shit pushed in, and he was like, "Oh,
yeah," because Lorgar is a bit of a bitch boy even after becoming a demon Primarch.
Yeah, but he's still a demon Primarch, and this isn't a demon Corax. It's just a mutated one, so it doesn't have like the full power of the fucking warp and shit.
Yeah.
And he like Lorgar was like, "Cool, I'm leaving now because I'm like about to actually die."
Yeah.
And he fucks off, and I'm like, that brings me happiness because fuck Erebus, but also fuck Lorgar.
So I actually have a question for everyone. Which Primarch got done dirtiest by the Emperor? You get to pick one.
Angron.
That's a pretty good one.
Okay, sorry. Let me rephrase then. Which Primarch got done dirtiest by the lore, by like their story as written?
Magnus. No, Angron.
Oh, no.
Still
Are,
Angron.
are we talking about the one that didn't deserve such a bad lore, or the one that actually...
The one who has like a really bad reputation for being like a shit character just because the old lore was kind of like, oh yeah, get fucked, and like they may have gotten more like better lore recently.
Oh, Angron 100%.
Yeah.
Angron or Magnus. I have to say.
Angron, Lorgar? No,
Lorgar.
fuck Lorgar.
Fuck your opinion. Lorgar's a piece of shit. I don't feel like Lorgar's lore is bad. I just feel like it's very linear. It's very much like, I believe in gods.
That's the old one.
Emperor is a god.
That's what I mean. It's like, he got done dirty. They could have gone through so much better into his lore, but they just chose not to.
The reason why I think Angron has the shittiest is because it goes against the Emperor's character in my mind. And what I mean by that is, the Emperor is not dumb. Like, he's not fucking stupid. He's not. He's arrogant, but he's not fucking stupid. And, like, he basically takes every opportunity to shit on Angron, and he thinks, yeah, my son's gonna clearly just follow me out of loyalty, even though I literally just keep dicking him constantly.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're about to die with your friends. I'm just gonna save you, not your friends, because, like, fucking reasons, even though I 100% have the capacity to teleport everyone up there, but I'm just gonna fucking
or to
not
just
do
drop
it.
like 2 custodies down and be like, yeah, we're
Drop
gonna win
a
this
singular
now.
custodians and be like, all I am surrounded by is fear and dead men. And then, like, basically beat him up. He was beam them up. Cool, I'm your dad. Listen to me. And fucked off. And Lord Angron was like,
Have you ever read the short story about when Karn meets Angron for the first time?
So basically, what
We
it is.
had two completely different ideas of what done dirty meant. Mine was talking about the lack of lore or the trashy lore.
I feel okay.
That's what happened to Angron, though.
Let me get back on it. I think that the way they wrote the lore for how the Emperor treated Angron is just incorrect because it goes against who the Emperor is as a person. Not that he's a truly altruistic saint, but like what the Emperor did was fucking dumb, and he's not stupid. Like, he's not dumb.
Yeah.
Like, he's not fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like, over the not millions, thousands of years he walked on Terra. He never saw a bad dad and was like, I probably shouldn't do that to my kids. But no, this motherfucker's like, man, I better take notes. Abandon my children. Number one thing to do as a father. Take away their friends and probably kill them. Number two thing, abandon them a third time. Like, there's no fucking way he did not see horrible things happen and went like, that's bad, I shouldn't do it. Like, really? Like, come on, dude. That's just not... It doesn't fucking make sense.
My big thing is, so I 100% have to agree with Angron. And for a long time, I was like, oh yeah, Angron, he's just a rage machine. Lol, shitpost, whatever. And then I read the short story.
It's fucking tragic.
And then I read the short story about when he meets Karn for the first time. And so Karn was like...
He was a captain,
I don't think he was a captain at the time. Like, he was I think he was a captain, but he was like a low-ranking captain at the time. And literally, like, the leader of the Warhounds, which is what they were called before they became the World Eaters. The leader of the Warhounds goes in to introduce himself to Angron. Angron fucking kills him. The second in command goes. The third in command goes. Like, and literally, they just start going down the list of captains and, like, commanders and whatnot, and they're sending them in to try and calm Angron down and introduce themselves, and he just literally starts killing them. Like, literally, they're basically like, hello, father, what, dead.
Yeah, so
like, he just fucking murders them. So finally,
Karn walks
goes
in there and he starts getting his ass beat, but he just, like, doesn't do anything, right?
Yeah, he doesn't try to fight back. He doesn't try to prove himself. He's basically just like, okay, he'll work it out of his system eventually. And while he's sitting there with, like, his entire everything below, like, his rib cage fucking shattered and, like, basically hacking up a lung and barely alive, he's like, Father, why are you like this? And Angron's like, oh, someone's actually trying to empathize with me. Oh, shit.
Oh,
Okay.
look, emotions?
Yeah, and so that's more or less what happens. And Angron, you actually see him overcome the butcher's nails and talk to Karn. Like,
oh, fuck, hold on, pause. Reason number 2, I think the lore's shitty with the Emperor is he has these butcher nails, literally some fucking bullshit in their brain that makes him angry as fuck, and the Emperor's like, nah, that's not real. I'm gonna treat this like how the Empire in fantasy treated the Skaven. That's not real. And then, like, by the time he actually fucking figured it out, he had put butcher nails in his entire fucking legion, and it's like, why would you... What the fuck?
yeah.
Yeah, that's really bad lore.
And so Angron, like, has this emotional breakdown where, because, like, he finally overcomes his rage enough to basically be like, oh, all of my friends are dead. And he's talking to Karn about it, and Karn watches this man who's, like, basically his father, who
like
he
a fucking
sees himself in.
like a 8 foot tall gargantuan
I think
of a
he's
man.
closer to 9 or 10.
No, yeah, because Vulcan's 11 feet tall.
Yeah.
I know Vulcan is the biggest out of all the Primarchs.
Yeah.
He actually rivals the Emperor in size when he's actually in his armor.
Yeah. So
It's like to imagine Vulcan as the side.
Out of his armor, Vulcan can probably almost touch. He could do this and like probably put his hand through the roof.
Yeah.
But Angron, like, has this moment, and Karn is like, why are you so upset? Like, you are commander. You expected to die. Because part of what Angron says is like, yeah, we knew we were going to die. And he's
I didn't
like,
die with my friends.
And Karn is like, why are you so upset about this then? Because, of course, he didn't really understand the butcher nails either. And Angron was, he removes his jacket, and part of his backstory is that he was a gladiator.
Yeah.
So, like, he removes his shirt, and what you see is this scar. It looks like a rope that starts at the base of his spine down near his tailbone and wraps all the way around his chest lengthwise until it finally ends, like, I forget where, but it's like midway up his torso. And every single line on this rope is a battle that he's fought. And there are red marks and black marks. Red marks are victories, where they scarred you and let it healed clean. Black marks are where they cut you, rubbed dirt into it from the battleground on which you lost, and that represents a loss.
Because it would heal
Angron's, yeah, because it would heal black. Angron's rope was pure red. It was only clean scars. He had never lost a fight, and he's like, yeah, I expected to die with my friends. I'm not upset that they died. I'm upset that I'm not even allowed to go back down to that battleground and collect the dirt to mark my loss.
Yeah.
Like, not only did he not save me and force me to live with the knowledge that my friends died, he's shitting on my traditions and basically saying everything that you care about doesn't fucking matter. And Karn was like,
Another really good quote from Angron is he's talking about, like, basically once again his relationship with the Emperor, and he's like, yeah, like Gilliman got this and Dorn got this and Russ has his 2 wolf brothers, but I got nothing. The Emperor specifically took everything away from me. All of my other brothers got to take something from their homeworld to keep with them.
Dorn kept the fucking phalanx.
Because that is where they lived, and that was part of their heritage. The Emperor took everything from me and gave me nothing back.
Yeah. Because one important thing to note is that even amongst...
like 2 different things I've done dirty, because this is a really good war. It's just
It's just stupid.
It just sucks.
In what way? Yeah, and then
Yeah,
fucking-
They could have
like
done
Kurz.
Logar's lore.
Yeah.
It's like Kurz.
yeah,
they
Kurz
could've
is
done-
just like, I'm evil Batman, and that's literally fucking it.
Yeah.
Logar's lore could have been done so much better.
Because
It's just...
It's just very linear.
It's super
very,
linear.
But there's words.
Take a deep breath.
There's a chance to be so much more emotion and actually going through the human mindset of religion going through Logar.
And
but
I think-
they don't take
I think
that
they just don't
chance.
want to. I just don't think they want to take that risk to fuck with religion, because that can be a very
That's
touchy.
the whole entire purpose of that.
That's
is religion.
fair. I would understand that, but then they made a character like Lorgard. If you're gonna make a character, you got to go full tilt. You can't just fucking do half-ass because then that's how you have a shitty character.
Well,
Because,
the
like,
issue
they
is that
don't-
they're trying to work through old lore and new lore.
Because the whole entire like concept of the Emperor, literally, like Logar saw the Emperor as a god, and then the Emperor was like, "I'm not your god. I'm forcing you with my godlike
and he
powers
was
to like
well, no,
submit."
What it was he's like, I'm not a god, and Lorgar was like, only a god would deny his true divinity, and Emperor's like, I'm just.
He is the Messiah.
And then this would piss me off.
Martha Bryan reference for you.
Yeah, and the Emperor's just like, yeah, I'm just not gonna fuck with this. I'm sure he'll work it. I'm sure he'll work it out himself. And then like 200 years later, he's like, hey, Lorgar, why are you making all your planets religious? And he's like, because you're a god. And I'm like, how did you not see this like, in what part of your master plan did you not take the second to think, well I didn't make the religious man not religious, so I guess it does make sense. He'd make all of his planets religious.
So that's part of the big crackhead theory about that the Emperor was already planning to sacrifice all of the legions that ended up Primarchs that ended up falling to chaos. He was already planning on assassinating anyway. They were gonna get the
I'm sorry, repeat that?
The Thunder Warrior. Like, there is a theory out there.
He was going to Thunder Warrior the Legions.
He was going to Thunder Warrior half of his Primarchs. Horus, Angron, Fulgrim, Mortarion, all the ones who end up falling to chaos.
The ones who were just basically purely battle instinct.
Yeah.
Well, no, because Fulgrim was basically just like a little gross.
Lorgar is like the worst fighter, and Magnus is all about intelligence.
Not Lorgar. Hold on. Fulgrim is just a little weirder version of
No, but here's the thing.
Wing Boy, god damn it. Sanguinius, because he was also about art and shit.
No. The Emperor wanted humans to rule humans. He wanted Space Marines and the Primarchs to be leaders, but not rulers.
Advisors, basically.
Yeah. The issue is that he knew, and this is part of that theory, is that he knew that Horus,
certain men weren't going to take that.
They weren't going to be able to take that.
But Guilliman, Dorn, Vulcan, the ones who were more level-headed would be okay with that role. Because honestly, that especially in Vulcan's case, that's what they already do.
Yeah.
And
that was kind of the point, is that, like, I forget where I read it, but basically it was stated that, like, if the Horus Heresy hadn't happened, then within, like, the next 200 years, when the Great Crusade would have been completed,
once he finished his human webway and shit,
and he finished the human webway, he would have just Thunder Warriored half of the legions.
Yeah. But going back to the whole Terra Lorgar thing, there's the Emperor being so stupid is like, I'm not a god, but use god powers, but it took away the idea is like, okay, he's no longer my god. Lorgar had to go find a new god.
Well, do you know the point of what caused that? What's the name? Machondria,
Yeah, the
so basically,
the city,
the
planet.
The Emperor comes back and he's like, Lorgar, why are you making everyone religious?
Well, no, so that's actually not how this starts. The funny thing is, this starts
he doesn't talk to Lorgar, but he finds out they were slow.
Yeah,
they were
exponentially slower.
They were really slow at conquering planets and then going to the next one. The Emperor's like, what the fuck's going on? He realized that they're taking so long because before they leave, they basically install an imperial cult on every planet that the Emperor is a god. The Emperor's like, oh no, I'm atheist. Gods don't exist. This is fucking bad. So, in the Emperor's infinite wisdom,
he uses godlike power.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't.
What he does, he's like, you know what? This is how I'm going to punish my child. He gets Lorgar and gets his whole fucking legion on, I forget the planet's name, but it was like their jewel. It was like their big planet.
Their most one they had just conquered.
It was their Mecca. It was their holiest city. Their absolute fucking grand jewel of what they had done in the Great Crusade. And they bring everyone there, and he's sitting there, and he makes them fucking kneel down and prostrate themselves to him and Guilliman, because he had Guilliman bring the Ultramarines in and glass the city. Basically, he made all of the word bearers prostrate themselves to Guilliman as Guilliman's sons burnt the city to the ground. And he was like, so I'm not a god, eat a dick, and left. And Guilliman's like, oh man, this makes me really uncomfortable. Because he like, even Guilliman's like, there are better ways to go about this. Why the fuck am I here? Why the fuck are you making me do this? This is really fucking bad. I am super uncomfortable. Please stop. Yeah. And the Emperor's like, nah, this is how it works. And that actually plays in to why Guilliman got so horrifically fucked in the Shadow Crusade during the Horus Heresy, because he got caught off guard because Lorgar was like, hey, Guilliman, let's do Great Crusade shit together. And Guilliman's like, yes, please, I want to apologize for what happened on your planet because I feel like a piece of shit. And then he got shivved in the back by Lorgar and Angron.
Yeah. But, Emperor not being so smart, just like, you could have just talked to him.
Yeah, no, it doesn't make... there are certain aspects where it makes sense of the Emperor not being able to talk through his issues with the Primarchs because the Emperor is so above humans. He doesn't understand that simple communication is sometimes the most effective form to deter threats. But then there's other shit like, if you're mean to someone enough, they're not gonna want to follow your orders anymore, which is common fucking sense.
Yeah.
And it's like, how the fuck could you not? How would you not expect, like, Angron to be like, yeah, chaos is cool. Like, Horus, I get, because Horus was corrupted in, like, out of nowhere. And, like, he was the Emperor's favorite son, and then all of a sudden he was like, oh, fuck, I'm a chaos cultist now. That makes sense.
He was arguably the Emperor's favorite son.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Actually, Magnus.
Either Magnus or Alpharius.
But, like, so, like, there are certain things that, like, really came out of the blue. But, like, when it comes to Angron, it's like, how the fuck did you not expect that?
Oh, so the really funny thing is...
Vorgar, how the fuck did you not expect that?
I read the Alpharius book, the Primarch book.
That's the newest one, right?
Yes.
Maybe.
No, I think...
It's one of the newer ones. That was the lore that was the book that established that lore that Alpharius, when everybody else was into the warp, Alpharius ended up back on Earth.
Yeah, the Chaos Gods basically just like we just went yeet, and you threw him right back on Earth.
Yeah. I truly believe that Alpharius is not the Emperor's child. Alpharius is Malkador's child.
Kid, yeah.
Because Malkador was the one who trained him from a young age.
I remember
Alpharius was so proficient at... So you know how massively powerful Malkador was as a psyker.
Yeah.
Alpharius would play chess with him.
Yeah.
While Alpharius,
this is such a cool fucking thing.
Yeah,
I've read this.
Yeah, so they would play chess together. While Malkador was actively reading his mind, Alpharius was so good at hiding his thoughts that he won half the time.
Yeah, like he lost like his first like 10 or 20 games in Malkador, and then after that he was like, cool, now I'm gonna win half the time. And Malkador was like, holy shit, this kid is smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was trained personally by Malkador to basically be like Super Spy Man, like the best spy to ever live.
Yep. And
which makes sense considering that Malkador established the Assassinorum.
He establishes the Assassinorum. He establishes the
Calixtus
Inquisition.
Temple,
He establishes the Grey Knights. Like, yeah. No, he does all kinds of spoopy shit. Oh, speaking of Grey Knights, another really popular crackhead theory
for 40K.
For 40K is that the Grey Knights should have been the
Magnus's
Legion.
No, that's not a crackhead. That was confirmed in the book, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, no, that was.
You need
100%.
to read those Siege of Terra books.
Yeah,
eventually.
Basically, like like the Emperor, like actually, like the Magnus visited the Emperor at the palace during the siege, and the Emperor was like, "I will forgive you for your sins if you take this new legion I made for you and take my seat."
Which goes into this whole entire thing. I'm pretty sure Magnus, it's a more of a tragic story because
Magnus.
They're turning Magnus into a tragic.
If anything, Magnus felt a chaos because he loved his sons.
Yeah.
Damn it, I can't say the things I want to say.
Why not?
Because you keep on talking over me! Magnus was not one of the Primarchs that were supposed to be purged because of that.
Yeah, no, he was supposed to take the Emperor's place.
Yeah.
He was Horus was the Emperor's favorite son, like, out in public.
For the Crusade.
But Magnus was always his truly favorite child. Because even when Magnus was still being formed inside of the test tubes, his consciousness had already developed due to his extreme psychic potential.
And he was communicating with the Emperor.
Yeah, the Emperor would sit and talk to him for like hours. And they would just converse.
They would even talk
everything.
when he was on Prospero.
Yeah, when the Emperor came and collected Magnus, they met as two old friends. Because they'd basically been talking Magnus' entire life.
Yeah. I think he lost connection for a little bit whenever he first got there due to the warp storm.
But he knew. He knew the Emperor was coming. He knew who the Emperor was. He knew who he was.
Which is why he felt so betrayed by the Emperor whenever the Emperor was like, oh yeah, by the way, chaos is a thing, but we're also shutting down librarians.
Yeah. Yeah, the Council of Nike, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's also known as the Trial of Magnus.
Yeah, and...
Which makes a lot... This goes with the whole entire idea that, like, old lore and new lore, it's really going against each other, and it's very difficult, which also goes to the whole entire idea that, like, a lot of this lore is just the Imperium trying to tell the story, and they don't have all the
from
facts.
their perspective. Yeah. Well, they do a good job of basically being, like, information is so scarce in 40K that it's reflected in the books.
So that's one of the really cool things that happened in the new series with Gilliman, Dark Imperium.
Yeah, the Dark Imperium series.
Plague Wars is specifically the second book.
Oh, man, that last book.
But no. Dude, I still need to read it.
I know how it ends. It's so fucking
tasty.
Tell me.
Don't fucking tell me.
So everyone died.
But well, yeah, obviously. It's a 40K novel. But no. There was a scene where Gulliman is sitting down and he's receiving reports from all across the galaxy about, like, battles and things like that have gone on, and he is like, what the fuck is going on? And he realizes that the reason none of the report, or the reason that you can have a report that's dated basically the exact same day with the same person in it, literally across the galaxy, is because there are like 50 different ways of telling date and time all throughout the Imperium.
Yep.
And he's like, oh, I gotta
shit.
unfuck all this shit. So he literally found...
Gilliman got handed such an administrative fucking nightmare when he he was
Well,
sitting
no,
there like,
it's
this is
such a
so
nightmare.
horrifically inefficient.
No. It's such a nightmare. He founds a new order that's similar to the Inquisition in function, but very different in execution. He calls them his historians. Literally, their entire job is to travel throughout the galaxy and just collect information. And the Inquisition fucking hates them. Like, the Inquisition there are factions within the Inquisition that actively hunt down the members of the historians. And Gilliman's like, you need to fucking stop. And the Inquisition's like, nah, we don't answer to you, bitch.
They kind of do, though, don't they?
They kind of do, but they're also like, nah, you're not the Emperor, and we only answer to the Emperor.
Oh man, that shit's not gonna fly anymore.
Yeah.
With the end of the most recent Plague Wars book, that shit's not gonna fly anymore.
Oh yeah, no. And then probably my favorite scene out of this book is how there is 120% just a basic ass human who is like most definitely flirting hardcore with Gilliman, and it's kind of adorable.
I mean, that's like 10 feet of man meat, grade A premium Primarch meat right there.
Yeah. No, it's pretty funny.
No,
because she's like, can I call you Reboot? And he's like, yeah, I guess you can call him Reboot. And she's like, can I call you Billy? And he's like, cease.
He's like, cease and desist. Never do that again. Be gone from my presence, witch.
Yeah.
No, so okay, I don't know if this is from like the beginning of the final book or the end of the second, but it's not really a spoiler.
Yeah.
Basically, I love seeing Gilliman lose his shit. Because because you see he's
that's the one
he's
thing
so
about...
fucking stressed trying to unfuck the Imperium that he's developing anger issues, and like especially the old lore where he was so holier than thou and I am da 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 da, and the way he was written, I don't really agree with it. Seeing him humanized is fucking great. So at the end of the Plague Wars, So at the end of Plague Wars, also spoiler warnings, sorry. At the end of Plague Wars, when Mortarian's like, I'm a kill him, and that fucking chick rolls up and is like, oh yeah, Emperor, and fucking like burns all the neurodemons away and whatnot. So Gilliman is talking to the priest that let that girl go to the battlefield, and he's like, you motherfucking piece of shit, that was an unsanctioned psyker, you could have fucking killed everyone, you stupid fuck, I swear to God I will throttle you. And he's like, but my lord Gilliman, she was a conduit to the Emperor, what do you mean? He's like, no, you stupid fuck, you were talking to a goddamn demon, you were talking to a fucking unknown warp entity, you stupid fuck! He's like losing his fucking mind, right? And the dude keeps being like, no, you're wrong. And Gilliman gets real quiet and goes, if you fucking talk back to me one more time, I will crush your fucking skull. And he's like about to kill this dude because the dude's like, no, he's like, you don't understand. You were playing with fire. And the dude's like, no, I wasn't. And he's like, the only reason why I have you in my retinue is because I have to play nice with this corrupt fucking slithering worm that is the ecclesiarchy. I will kill you with fucking glee if you don't shut your fucking mouth. And the dude's like, oh man, this gets me kind of hard. And Gilliman's like about to kill him, and he's like, I'm gonna be doing this fuck a favor if I kill him.
Yep.
He wants me to be killed by a Primarch is like,
yeah,
like that's like, it's like the
it turned him into a martyr basically.
Yeah, I'm one of the Emperor's sons. To be killed by me is like a fucking dream to them. And he's like, no. He gets super calm. He's like, no, I'm not going to do you the favor. Get the fuck from my sight. If I ever see you again, I will fucking kill you. You are no longer part of my council. I will be talking to the ecclesiarchy to get them to like fucking disbar you, basically. Get the fuck from my sight. You are pitiful. I will never see you again in my entire life. I hope you die in a fucking hole. And just yeets.
Yeah, and the dude's like basically standing there like beating his dick like, oh yeah, I got to talk to a Primarch for 10 minutes. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and like I just like seeing him lose his mind like this because like it really humanizes him because he's dealing with so much stress with everything going on. And that's why I
really like the scene between him and the historian that he appoints, the one who's like kind of trying to jump in his pants. It's because he very much like
you Romuti, get the fuck from my sight.
She doesn't exactly flirt with him, but she like teases with him, and he like kind of
treats him like a human.
Yeah, and he like reciprocates,
yeah.
And he's like, oh, I kind of like this. But then, like, the second she's like, oh, can we become closer? He's like, no. And shuts that shit down because he's, like, still her commander.
Well, it's probably just nice to be treated like a human, not like some... Because he has to deal with the fucking ecclesiarchy that's like, you are God. He's like, bro, stop it.
Yeah. And it's just a really good scene to read. And then... The really funny thing that
have to
comes out
read.
of Plague Wars, the really funny thing that comes out of Plague Wars is he gets one of his historians. Actually, I think it's that same historian brings him an original. No, she brings him.
Okay. She brings Gilman?
She brings Gilliman one of the original copies of the Lectitio Divinitatis.
Oh, he's reading it. Yeah, he's like, I wonder what my brother thought, and like he's actually reading it.
Yeah, because at first, whenever he first heard about it back in the Horse Heresy, he was like, "This is the dumbest shit I've ever heard." But then, like, now that
it founded a whole ass fucking cult.
Yeah, now that his entire government
is low key run by the church.
He's like, oh, I'm gonna read this now, and it's one of the like older copies that was penned. I think it was actually supposed to be penned by Lorgar.
Yeah.
It's funny because the historian's talking about how like she basically had to kill like an entire cadre of inquisitors just to get it.
She's like, I basically wiped out half of the Ordo Hereticus to get here. Please protect me.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, no, that's the funny thing is like the Inquisition, because the historian's whole thing is to dig up secrets, and the Inquisition's whole thing is to hide secrets, and so like they actually like they kill each other.
Don't the historians like have like custody bodyguards? Like, doesn't he send custodies with them
Not
to help
all
them
of them.
out? But some of them, right? That is such fucking like holy shit, because basically the Inquisition walks up, we're gonna kill the historian, and there's a fucking custodian there, and they're like, oh, I'm good at math, but I miscalculated. The risk I took was calculated, but man, am I bad at math.
No, basically. So that's just a really interesting fact about the lore right now. I like what they're trying to do with the lore, and how a lot of the Horus Heresy stuff
they're trying to make it make sense. They're trying to make it where it's not just discombobulated horseshit.
It's not 40 years of just vomit on the page.
You're getting away from that like 1980s, 1990s kind of like, oh, we're just trying to promote games. We're making big bombastic bullshit. Just trying to make big bombastic bullshit, but just trying to make it sound big and cool and fun. And they're actually trying to tone it down and make it more cohesive, because now you have people who are in 40K just to read the lore.
Yeah.
And they're trying to make it a more cohesive experience, which I really enjoy, because, like I've said multiple times, I got into the 40K games initially doing lore and the role play, and that's how I got into 40K, and then subsequently got into fantasy. And my big thing at the end of the day, I would choose the lore over everything.
Yeah, which reminds me, I'm probably going to go back over to your house this evening, and you and I need to sit down and unfuck Hastus and figure out what the shit went wrong there. Yeah. Because I was trying
the problem as a DM when you do certain things, I'm like, it makes sense to give you this ability now, because like you just like basically accidented into it, and like if you did it once, you know how to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the issue with that is that I now have like, so I restatted my character. Oh, we're talking about an RPG character. I restatted my character because I realized that I had taken an incorrect advancement. Restatted him. Ended up with more experience than I had initially, but then still didn't have enough experience to cover what I should have what was actually written on my character sheet. And I was like, oh shit, what did Jacob give me just as like DM cookies?
I just thought of a slight crackhead idea. And this is actually going to be a question to our Discord, if you're still listening and you're part of the Discord. Obviously, I've said multiple times that I play a lot of Dark Heresy.
Yeah.
And I love the lore.
Yeah.
What if I was to run a Dark Heresy campaign with some of our Discord guys through the Discord?
That'd be
super cool.
Wild.
We do have a Sigmar role-playing game.
Yeah, we have that too. Like, I think that'd be super cool.
The issue there is that that's a completely different game system.
Yeah,
we like it's not
D&D. Let me just break it down. Just a question to the Discord. If any of you guys are listening, what do y'all think about the possibility of? Obviously, this is not a now. I think this is a down the line thing, but possibly doing like some 40K SB at 40K Age of Sigmar, whatever the fuck. Wrath and Glory.
Wrath and Glory is for new
or
40K.
Soulbound for Sigmar.
Age of Sigmar.
What would you feel about possibly doing like
some
roleplay stuff through the Discord? Just a thought. I thoroughly enjoy it, and at least when it comes to Dark Heresy and 40K, I'm not familiar with Wrath and Glory, but I've been doing Dark Heresy shit for fucking ever.
And I've been reading up more and more on Wrath and Glory.
And you've been doing Soulstorm.
Soulbound.
Fuck.
Oh, wow, you just do not care about that game.
Well, it's Age of Sigmar.
Ending podcast, they found us out. No, it's because like 40K has a Soulstorm thing, so when I hear Soul, my brain jumps to Storm immediately.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've been doing Soulbound, you've been doing Wrath and Glory, and I know Dark Heresy. So like, just a question, guys: would that be something that any of y'all would be up for?
Also, I want to bring up a point. For the past, 40 minutes, y'all have just been rambling about 40K, and that's the whole entire, purpose of why I wanted to do...
You've been part of the rambling
a little bit. It's mainly been y'all, too. But it's that's kind of the big reason why the whole entire podcast exists, is so other people can ramble about that, but with Age of Sigmar, because it's very difficult to grab all the lore.
Yeah. The one thing I will say about
Sigmar?
doing a roleplay thing like that is, if we wanted... The big thing about Wrath and Glory and Soulbound, they look like good systems. We have literally no experience playing in it.
It would be a rough start.
So it would be a very rough start.
I have the starter set. We can do some...
we can
figure some stuff out. Yeah. And I have the starter kit for Wrath and Glory, which is not nearly as nice for some reason.
If y'all have any questions, hit us up in the Discord about that.
Yeah. But yeah, no, just to give you an idea of how proficient Jacob and I are in Dark Heresy, we will literally shit out characters that are absolute fucking min-max monsters just for shits and giggles. And then we turn them into NPCs.
Stuff Gardner.
Oh god, no, don't talk about that. Don't talk about that abomination.
But yeah, but
we still need to stat his second form.
But yeah, no, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, also it bro, Ignatius and O'Brien.
Stop. But yeah, I think that'd be a cool way to connect with the Discord, doing stuff like that. Would be pretty cool.
I'd love to bring Ignatius back and just be I do dumb NPC things now. Oh, that'd be great.
Also, if there are any Age of Sigmar crackhead theories that we didn't cover in this episode, if y'all want to shoot us a couple messages in the Discord and we can talk about some more crackhead theories in the Discord, or we can have crackhead theory episode part 2. We talk about more Age of Sigmar crackhead theories.
The big important thing to note right now is that we did intentionally not cover Bretonia and the Flesh Eater Courts. Because
that's a whole last episode.
We're going to cover that as part of our Flesh Eater Courts episode when we get Jay back on here. Because he was basically if y'all don't invite me back for that, y'all are never allowed back in the shop again.
Fair. No, that's fair.
Yeah, so we'll have to get with Jay. We might see if we can do that next episode. Then.
All right, I think we've gassed ourselves.
Yeah.
It's almost 2 hours. Just average.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Right, peace out, guys.